What to do, or what I do, when somebody I love wants to fight. Now, even the idea that thinking that somebody else wants to fight is a bad idea and a bad line of thinking. Because really, they don't want to fight. They have a problem, and they have a pain, and they're wanting something. Fighting is just their method of getting to that need, of getting to that want. So what I do when somebody I love wants to fight is I first ask for time, because I'm going to need time to process where they're hurting, and they're going to need time possibly to process what they're feeling, especially if the emotions are high. So time gives us both the advantage of some perspective as time goes on to think about this hot topic and this heated intensity thing a little bit better over time. It's especially important, though, to let somebody know that just because you're asking for more time doesn't mean that it's not important. That it is important, but that it's so important that you're both, or at least that I am in most situations, am willing to have the patience to have it be not important in the moment, to be important enough to work on. In addition to time, I don't know. That's a really helpful one, even just by and of itself. I mean, I feel like that's like one of the main things that help me in terms of things. I'm going to reference really quick a previous engagement thing that I've already had to kind of help figure out too what my methods of things are. I guess also picking a good time to communicate. Picking a good time to communicate too. For example, sometimes you might not be in the best place to communicate right now. You might not be open and able to easily hear things without being triggered, without being upset. So kind of choosing like when the best time to deal with important things are can be a very helpful thing. I don't know, I'm kind of lost on this. To be honest, I'm not very good at conflict. Another thing that I sometimes do is I try to have rules, but honestly, it only works most of the time. It's only if you're able to, with the other person, like agree that even the idea of rules itself are a good thing or not. I mean, even if the other person doesn't really have rules, and you don't work on it with them, you can still have rules that you set for yourself. And you can say to yourself, I'm not going to engage with this person if I'm upset, or whatever those rules are for you. You can always follow your own rules, but you don't, always need the other person to, come up with rules with you, or you're not dependent on the other person for having at least a little bit more structure for yourself. You can still ground yourself, structure yourself, know your kind of game plan yourself about, if A then B, kind of things of how you would deal with it as your highest self. And then once the battle comes, then you're at least a little bit ready with a bit of a plan. And yeah, I mean, as you can tell, this is probably one of my hardest videos that I've done, mostly because I am really conflict adverse. It's only recently that I've been able to, stand a little bit more bold in myself in terms of, accepting that conflict is a part of growing. And man, I need help. So if any of you guys have anything that would help me out, I would appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think about conflict. Let me know what you think some of the best ways to deal with loved ones that, are hurting, that, like I said before, seem like they're just trying to pick a fight, yeah. And let me know too about helping and subscribing. Sorry, I got lost there for a moment because I just imagined all these comments, and I was even getting afraid of even my own very comments. I'm that conflict adverse. I was afraid of what about comments in anger? What about comments in pain? How do we even deal with, conflict, even in the comments section in this community? I don't even know the answer to that. And I don't know, I can't do this alone, It sounds stupid, but I'm gonna need your guys' help. I won't know how to respond to everybody. I can't help everybody. And sometimes if I don't comment back or if I don't respond, maybe I sometimes need time to process too. So I appreciate your guys' patience in it. Thank you for helping out, and I want you to be a part of the community too. Even if you don't know what to say. That's what I do. I don't know what to say. I like to think that I'm doing some good.